it's that guy 781. I decided to kind of do a continuation of my 22 long rifle survival video. Although they're going to be kind of separate because they're reviewing two different things. What you see on the table here is going to be kind of what we discussed earlier. This is a Ruger 1022. It's actually the same one you've seen in previous videos. It just has a Dragunov stock on it. And I got a little crazy with some Krylon spray paint, and I spray painted my own version of the camouflage pattern. This is going to be one heck of a squirrel killer if I have to do some long-term survival. So it's actually kind of, the camouflage pattern, I kind of like what I did with it. But, and also we have the, this gun's safety checked, as normal. And we also have on the table the cold steel kukri with a rough edge I put on it, but it's actually pretty sharp. Do yourself a favor and don't run your finger on the edge of my cold steel kukri. I mean, it didn't come that sharp, but you know, after some fun. Well, let's get to what the basis of the video is. The video is going to be about this gun. Featuring a safety check, empty magazine, bolts all the way back, nothing in there. Alright, this is the Kel-Tec Sub 2000. Let's go in and shell out some specs about it, shall we? Alright, the gun comes in two optionable calibers, 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson. The gun weighs exactly 4 pounds. When it's open, as you see it now, it's 29.5 inches. When it's closed, it's actually 16 inches. So let's close it really quick so you guys get an idea of that. Alright, when closed, it's 16 inches. The barrel length is actually 16.1 inches. And Kel-Tec says the effective range of this gun is about 150 yards. And I think that's reasonable given that it's a pistol caliber, even though it does have a longer barrel. Now, the MSRP on this gun is I think about $400 or so on Kel-Tec's website, keltecweapons.com. However, online they usually run for about $299 to $300, maybe even as high as $350. I got mine for $329 used, lightly used, and the form you see it in now. The one, if you've seen my other videos, the one that was previously my other videos is actually chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson. I actually traded that off to get the one in 9mm because it uses the Glock magazines, and I already have a 9mm Glock, and it just made more sense since I have like 5 weapons chambered in 9mm, and now it only had one in 40. But here we go. Alright, the coolest thing about this gun is simply two things that make it really cool. Alright, first of all, as you saw, the gun folds. Now, to fold this gun, the trigger guard here, you're going to pull that down and just pull the forend up and back. And it actually clicks in place with this little detent that we have here under the sight. And also, well, it goes right there where that ball's at. See how that actually pushes in and these go back? That's what actually releases it to deploy it. So when you deploy it, it just snaps out in place. Now, the sights are actually kind of like ghost ring sights. It's going to be kind of hard to show in this angle, but it's actually ghost ring sight and a hooded front sight that we have here with a high-vis piece of orange plastic in there. I'm not a big fan of Kel-Tec plastic sights. I've actually had issues with them in the past. I had this in my SU-16A model in to get the front sight replaced when I had this type of sight. They were kind enough to replace it with a metal sight. And when I had the one chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson, the piece of plastic broke off. The high-vis plastic broke off in the middle of me shooting, so that honestly did disappoint me as well. This front sight hasn't led me awry yet, but only time will tell. I really don't think it's really a good idea to make a all plastic front sight on a metal barrel that can heat up during rapid fire. I just don't think that's a good mix. What also makes this gun cool is the fact that this one takes Glock mags. Now they do make some that take the Smith & Wesson, I believe, Model 59 mags, and they also make one that takes Beretta mags as well. Now the good thing about that is, let's say not too distant future SHTF occurs and I don't want to be seen with my weapons on me. Well, I think these two are a good option. Let's say I have my Glock 26 on me, sporting a 17 round mag. You know, in that configuration, I have this gun concealed on me. Well, let's say things get really bad and I have to open my JanSport backpack because I don't have any of that cool Molly stuff yet. I can just switch mags from one gun to another, and there's no problem with that. and they're both chambered in 9mm, so actually I don't have to worry about the issue of having multiple magazines and multiple calibers. I think that's where this gun really comes into play. I think if you have a Beretta 92 FS model, or M9, or some type of variant of the Beretta 92, or if you have any 9mm Glock or any 40 Smith & Wesson Glock for that matter, I think these guns are good to have. Given that they're only about $300, I don't think that's a large investment for a gun that comes with a no BS warranty, because Kel-Tec's customer service is great. Even though I've had some issues, they have awesome customer service, and they won't hesitate to send you a part if you let them know exactly what's wrong. And also with these guns, let's face it, in a true SHTF scenario, sometimes you don't want, being seen is a bad thing. I think to the guys who prefer to carry around their Springfields, M1A, full-size Scout models and their AR-15s and you know, their FAL variants and whatnot, I think being seen can be a bad thing. And I think being able to have a rifle that folds up in your backpack, and then also having a pistol that uses the same magazines on your person, I think that'll be a better option. Because let's face it, survival when you're faced with a threat is going to be more about, you know, evasion and evacuation and wherever the danger is. It's not going to be for you to go all out and have a full-out assault against, you know, whatever. So I think a gun like this is more of like a defensive carbine, and you can also employ the use of a 33 round mags in it as well. It looks kind of like the letter T like that, but you know, who's going to care what it looks like? All they know is it's going bang, and whatever comes out this end is liable to hurt them. Now, there are different accessories that you can purchase for this type of gun. You can purchase a bi-rail, a quad rail from Kel-Tec. You can also purchase just a little mini Picatinny rail that I actually previously had on the other one I had, and I'm going to order that. You can also get a butt plate extension, which I will say I'll order as well, because for me being a larger guy, having that little like inch or whatever really does help when you have to shoulder this weapon and have it really close to your cheek. They also have a extra spare magazine holder, which kind of works like this. I'll kind of show you, but it'll be kind of different. It'll basically lock a magazine into place here, and of course you'll have one in the actual firearm itself. But I think that's pretty cool to have a spare magazine on tap. I personally used to carry the one with 40 Smith that was chambered with 40 Smith & Wesson with the 30 round mag in there, and I believe it's like the 15 round mag sitting here. So I had 45 rounds on tap from this carbine, without actually having an extra mag on my actual body, which I think is a good thing as well. Would I recommend this gun? Heck yeah, I recommend this as a survival gun. As stated, because it folds up, and the interchangeability between magazines for your carbine and pistol. And I was thinking, like, on my past few gun reviews, I've recommended all my guns, so I don't want people to think I'm just, okay, buy every gun that guy 781 has. There's some guns I'll recommend that you don't buy, like this. Guns that fall apart. This is a high standard 99. I love this gun. It was a great shooting gun, but it was horrible materials it was made of. Clearly you see it's in two pieces. And this wasn't even while I was shooting it. This is just me picking it up out of the safe when it fell apart. So, just so you guys know, I don't recommend every gun. Guns do fail. They're a mechanical device. They're bound to fail at some point. But all you can do is do your research and try to get the best one for you. And the one you can afford that'll function the best. But this is That Guy 781 signing out with another survival rifle option. Also, just a fun gun to have. And you'll always be armed. Stick that in your backpack. This is That Guy 781 signing out. Thank you guys for watching.